You did really well. I mean, that free kick, it was heading into the top of the net, mate, and I seen you getting over there, and, you know, I like a save for the cameras. I do, that was definitely up for the cameras.
It was. I got up and went like that. They didn't show it, but I got up and went like that. I should have caught it, but like it was like, oh no, it's dipping. I thought, bugger it, I'll just dive and try and push it away. I didn't actually mean to put up the crossbar. I was like, oh, I was a bit closer than that.
And this having to listen to Goldbridge. Left foot, right foot, hit the crossbar. I'm never going to hear the end of this pie, never.
Yeah, I know, mate, I know.
So is there anything, whether it be cereal, crisps, or anything that's bugged you over the years that's kept getting smaller?
Yeah, and ironically, you say meal deal, but meal deal smoothies, mate. They're on to us. They know we're trying to maximise the value.
This is a conspiracy theory gone mad here, Pie.
I love it, mate. I love it. They're actually getting... Oh, mate. It says the world is messed up, mate. The world is messed up.
He was cheating. He was getting snake bite to give him hints and tips. I mean, I'd seen that all. He was giving it the big one, but you sorted him out, mate. Well done.
I couldn't throw, mate. I was like, I'd just shake it every time I went to throw a dart, but...
Big brother contestant at one point. What the hell was that like, and how the hell did that come about?
I was working back in Mackey's, and someone was like, oh, you should apply. And we were just like, yeah, why not? Let's just go for it.
What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to my first ever interview here on my new channel, Craig Station. And I couldn't think of a better guest to kick it off with than Jack McDermott, aka Pie. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, my friend. How are you keeping? You well? Are we good?
I'm very good, but not as good as you, by the looks of it, mate. You're out and about, you're everywhere, you're doing bits, you love to see you.
Thanks, mate. It's nice to like get like cool opportunities and stuff. So I just like to, take advantage of people say, oh, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? It's like, yeah, it's great to get out there and get involved with people, it's fantastic.
Let me say on behalf of the whole Twitterverse and YouTube world, there isn't a more deserving fella out there to get these opportunities than yourself, mate, because you're one of the good guys and it's great to see you doing so well.
Oh, thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Like, there's so many like sick people in the community as well that are like working hard and like doing great for themselves. So it's great to see, mate. I'm just a lad from Plymouth that's just trying to make people happy, I guess. That's like the industry we're in, right? It's like we're there to try and entertain people and stuff like that. So if that's what I can do, then I'm a happy man.
What first attracted me to your content was you're similar to me and you love a good put down. And I really, really appreciate some of the put downs that you've given out to people who've tried to come in and troll. It's a weird out mindset, isn't it? People coming in like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, the internet's a weird place, mate. Like, I can understand it. Like, as I say, if I'm having a meltdown at FIFA or something, like, laugh at me all you want. Like, I'm always up for a laugh. But you will get people that genuinely out of nowhere will just come in, give you a torrent of abuse, and you just be like, hang on a minute, like, what's that for? And then you give it to them, like, you'll try and, like, some people, I try and give it to them back in a sense of, you sort of tell them, yeah, I don't care, and then they'll give it to you again, and you think, you're just stupid, you didn't even listen, like, I don't even care, like, but, you'll get some, oh, you're this, you're that, it's like, yeah, but you're still here watching, that's the thing, I might be all these things, but you're still here watching me, so...
Yeah, that's the thing. You're obviously doing something right for these guys to come in. But look, this weekend has been one of probably your biggest weekends in a while, I would imagine. And it started out with the PDC on Friday night, I think it was, where yourself and JaackMaate got to go up there. And he was cheating. He was getting snake bite to give him hints and tips. I mean, I'd seen that all. He was giving it the big one. But you sorted him out, mate. Well done.
Nah, thanks, mate. It was I played so bad, right? Like, I was so nervous. I've played normally in my kitchen, so to go up onto the stage at the match play, yeah, I couldn't throw, mate. I was like, I'd just shake it every time I went to throw a dart. But no, the whole experience was insane. Like, so sick. Like, massive thanks to PDC for putting it on. Like, it was just, one of them crazy opportunities that you just can't say no to. Yeah, it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome.
What did it feel like when you hit that first checkout?
Mate, it was to hit double, like, it was just relief, nothing but relief to hit a double. Like, it's like, oh my god, I've actually hit a double. Yeah, it was a good feeling. It was a good feeling.
I seen the next morning as well. You bumped into Dimitri van den Berg, who was one of my personal favourites. What a man,
mate! It was insane, right? So I was just like grabbing breakfast, and this lady came over to me and said, "Oh, can my son like have a photo?" I was like, "No problem." So we did that. I went and just sat down in the corner, like, to eat my breakfast. And I didn't recognise him at first. He had a mask on. And he just said, oh, I just seen that woman come and ask you. So, oh, what do you do? And I was just like, oh, I do, like, Twitch and YouTube and stuff. And I saw he had Antwerp on his hat. And I just recognised it behind his mask. I was like, I know what you do, though. And then I just said, oh, you're Vandenberg. Yeah, we had a chat about darts. Yeah, sound as a pound, mate. Had a really good chat about darts and things like that. So, yeah, no, that was sick. Absolutely sick.
Yeah, it's always lovely when you meet people like that and they are so open and down to earth, isn't it? And he can bust a move as well, Dimitri.
Yeah, he knows how to dance. Yeah, it's just, it is one of them things. I'm just like eating breakfast. I'm like, it's Dimitri Vandenberg. Like, what's going on here? Like, it's crazy.
One thing I want to ask is, it's a segment. So, the happy hour have their meal deal and stuff. I have something the exact opposite. I'm obsessed with something called shrinkflation, which is basically where companies make goods smaller over the time rather than trying to make them more expensive. So an example would be Toblerone, that they've got rid of some of the Alps in their Toblerone bars. Is there any one particular thing that has annoyed you regarding shrinkflation over the past 5 years or whatever? Because every time, look, let me put it this way. I'm 40 this year. I remember going to the shop, buying a bar and a packet of crisps and that being enough. But over time, they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I'm feeling like an even fatter shite now. So is there anything, whether it be cereal, crisps, or anything that's bugged you over the years that's kept getting smaller?
Yeah, and ironically, you say meal deal, but meal deal smoothies, mate. They're on to us. They know we're trying to maximise the value. I said soon there'll be shot glasses, mate. They used to get like a nice bottle. Now they're like that. You get nothing. It's like, that's it, gone. 2 gulps, it's finished. Yeah, it's disgraceful. We need bigger bottles.
There's loads of them, I'm telling you, mate. I'm obsessed with this. It's something that bugs me because ingredients are getting crapper, things are getting smaller because they know they can't keep putting the price up. So we're getting
Golden Nuggets gone. Golden Nuggets gone. I finally found them. I finally found Golden Nuggets. I pulled them in. Got me milk in. I was buzzing, and I took a bite and went, "No, not the same." Literally one mouthful. No, not the same. They've ruined them, mate. The world.
See, I knew it. I said this to Connor, and he said people won't be as obsessed with this as you are.
You're not insane. You're not insane. No, you are not insane. You are on the money, mate. I'm telling you now, you are not insane. You are dead right, mate. And now you've mentioned it, everywhere I go, I'm just going to be looking for stuff like that.
For me, it's Cadbury's because you used to get the gloating of a glass and a half of milk in every bar, and now they taste oily. I think.
Yeah, they're not the same. Yeah, they're not the same. When they changed from because they went French, didn't they? And as soon as they changed, not the same, mate. Not the same as a good old a thick bar. Yeah, a thick
with foil around it as well.
Yeah, a thick bar, especially a fruit and nut. I like good fruit and nut. Well, I don't really eat chocolate now, but a thick. Then they made them really thin, didn't they? Bit them off, mate.
It's crap. We all feel horrible because we have to buy more of them, and you feel. I don't know, man. It's
you gotta get a pound bar. You gotta get a pound bar in order to feel like you've got your chocolate fix.
On that, interestingly, I'm gone off on a bit of a tangent here.
I thought you had one on the desk. I thought you were getting one off the desk. I was expecting you to just
on that, Poundland and all these type of shops, they get bars manufactured specifically for sizes so they can sell them in their shops as well. I mean, this is a conspiracy theory gone mad here, Pie.
I love it, mate. I love it. They're actually getting. Oh, mate. It says the world is messed up, mate. The world is messed up.
It is, but you know what? I want to get back to the Clash of the Creators for a second because you were in goal, you were doing bits, you were saving free kicks, but most importantly, man, you pulled off that P cap, and that to me is extra points.
Thanks, mate. I said to a live stream, we had a joke constantly about Yashin, when he don't have the hat on, he's rubbish, so we had to bin him off. So I said, bugger it, I'm just going to go on Amazon, pick up a flat cap, and then, so people ended up loving it. So at least it went down well, mate. It went down well.
You did really well. I mean, that free kick, it was heading into the top of the net, mate, and I seen you getting over there, and, I like a save for the cameras. I do, that was definitely over the cameras.
It was. I got up and went like that. They didn't show it, but I got up and went like that. I should have caught it, but it was oh no, it's dipping. I thought, bugger it, I'll just dive and try and push it away. I didn't actually mean to put up the crossbar. I was I was a bit closer than it needed to be, but it did go in, so that's the most important thing. Apart from when I ballsed up in the final, but we'll pretend like that. We'll pretend like that didn't happen.
Don't worry about that, mate. You were already player of the tournament at that point. That was just a mere formality. What was it like, though, the whole experience? Because it's great to see the UK being, there first and foremost in trying to bring creators together and expand what they can do.
Yeah, no, the event was absolutely fantastic. It was ridiculously well run. The organization was very, very good because the thing is with this, you know, it's the first time they've done it, so like, you know, we didn't know what it was going to be like, but as I say, that like from like, you know, that them getting us to the event, all okay, like in terms of like the way things were organized, moved around, like yeah, it was great, and I think people that went would have had a great day as well, you know, like you know, they could walk around the ground, like it was great to see people like interacting with like their favorite creators and stuff. Like I think anybody that would have gone would have been happy, you know, and I think what people are forgetting as well is it was a charity event, right? Like no one's there to, you know, I mean, like we've raised money for Mind Charity, you know, no one's there, do you know what I'm saying, for anything else. It's there for, you know, it's great obviously to meet people. Like I live very far away from everybody, so it's a fantastic, you know, chance to catch up with some people that I've not met before and people that I have met before. But yeah, no, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was really good fun, and hopefully there'll be another one.
I'm a proud advocate for mental health, being somebody that's, you know, suffered myself, and to see all these guys coming together and girls come together was amazing. But there's one part of the day that it's going to affect me on a personal level, and this having to listen to Goldbridge, left foot, right foot, hitting the crossbar, because I work with him, and that's football, and I'm never going to hear the end of this pie, never.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know. To be fair, I did hit the crossbar unofficially. It wasn't in the halftime challenge, but it was from the edge of the box. We were having a little bit of a warm up, and I did dink it off the bar. So I'm claiming that one. But no, mate. You know what Mr. Goldbridge is like? Anything like that, mate, he's going to be in your ear constantly.
I sent him a message just a few minutes after it happened, going, "Oh, I've seen you did it with the left foot as well," and immediately he wanted, "Where's the link? Where's the link? Where can I share it? You need to show the world."
No, I love it, mate. I love it. He's a funny guy. He's a very nice man, mate. We had a really good conversation. We had a really good chat. So, yeah, top bloke is Mr. Goldbridge.
Yeah, he's lovely. He's one of the nice guys of the industry as well. So you've had a mad life, mate. I mean, I was doing a bit of research on you as well as obviously watching your content. Big Brother contestant at one point. What the hell was that like, and how the hell did that come about?
Yeah, no, that was sick, mate. I mean, to be fair, I never really like watched the show. I'd seen some of it, and I was working back in Mackey's, and someone was like, "Oh, you should apply," and we were just like, yeah, why not? Let's just go for it. And we were literally sat there in my office. My mate Lewis was just sat there filming it on his phone. I was just eating a Big Mac at like 3 a.m. We're on the night shift. Sent it to him, and yeah, went through the audition process, just like never ending. And yeah, ended up doing that. It was definitely a different experience. That's to be, you know, said. Like 2 months without like the most important things, time and money, I guess, in the real world. And it's ironic, really, that when you're in there, that is actually the two things that don't matter. You know, time and money literally have no relevance or matter at all in there. So no, it was cool, man. It was cool. I definitely enjoyed it, I'd say. Although it is tough. Like, it is tough. It's not easy. Like, I think it's one of the things you can only ever do if you know what I mean? You can never truly know what it's like unless you experience it. And obviously now with it not being on TV anymore, I guess no one else will get the chance to. It's a bit of a shame, really. So
it's Love Island or nothing now, isn't it, these days? Like, that's pretty much where you got to go.
Yeah, I guess that's the new one. I don't really watch it, mate, to be fair. I mean, Twitter is absolutely like full of it. I could probably know what's going on just from seeing people's tweets, to be fair, mate. But it isn't my cup of tea. I'm not going to lie. It's not my cup of tea.
Me neither, but I was somebody who watched Big Brother all the way from the start, and I love the shithousery of it. I love the mind games. I love the wind-ups. I mean, remember Nasty Nick?
Course. Yeah, like you do get a lot of that. People are like, "Oh, you're playing a game." I'm like, "Well, it is a game show." You know, I don't know if you know that, but like, yeah, it is. You know, the whole point is you've got to, you know, people seem to forget that when they're in there. Like, yeah, it is a game show. Like, yeah, you know, you have to do what you got to do what you got to do to win, right? That's the game. That's the game, isn't it? That's the game.
Absolutely, it is a game, but what a fun experience. Like, as you said, nobody else will get a chance to do that, and you've had a chance to do that. Another box ticked off in life. Yeah,
very much so, mate. I don't know whether they'll ever bring it back one day. You never know. They might do in some sort of like different capacity. I know they did like a YouTube version of it. Like, I think it was Locked In. I think it was called. They did like a YouTube version of it. So whether like, you know, that expands into something else, should we say? We'll never know, mate. You never know.
There's not a fucking chance that I'd go into a house locked up with YouTubers, Pie. I'm telling you, they're a different breed, mate. I mean, some of the shit that Nico and all gets up to, not a hope.
Mate, you'd love to, but do you not want to go? Do you not fancy yourself on there? Do you not?
I never sleep. I want to be afraid to close my eyes. Imagine Nick and all these boys strolling around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You'd never know what the hell's going to happen. I'd be just in the corner in the fetal position.
Yeah, people would like to watch that though, mate. It'd be a good dynamic, right? It'd be a good dynamic. That's what they're looking for, right? A little bit of a good dynamic.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah. I mean, when I seen the video of him waking up to the house full of packing peanuts and stuff, the strokes that he pulled with it, oh man,
Yeah, some of the stuff they
they're a
do is
different
great.
breed.
Yeah, it's great, mate. It's great. That's why I live with my own, mate. No, and then I know when I wake up, I'll wake up in my own bedroom and no problems, hopefully. Well, obviously everyone's got problems, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want to wake up to a room covered in Post-it notes or something.
And you just never know what these lads will get up to. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the pandemic and what we've all just been through and how important for you having that outlet, you know, Twitch and your streaming and being able to connect with people, because people have spent an entire time thanking me for my streams, and I'm sure you've got the same, but I don't know if people realize what it meant to us to be able to have these guys there to reach out to each night.
Yeah, it's sick, mate. Like, we have like such a strong community. Like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, you get like everywhere you get, you know, the idiots and people that just, you know what it's like, mate. You know, you get those type of people on the internet. But we do sometimes, I think, forget there are so many like class people out there, and that's not even people that like. Some people seem to think that, oh, you know, you've got to like, you know, be say financial support to someone, but it's not about that. You know, there are people that tune in every night, and I always try and say to people, like, you never have to do that if you're watching anybody's live stream. Like, I'm here 24, you know, I mean, like, my content's there 24/7, you know, for free, whenever you want to watch it, like, you know, it's there. So, and I'm sure that's the same for you, you know, like, and you know, it's great to have people that come in and, you know, you see someone will be like, oh, look, sorry, I've not been in for ages. I'm like, don't apologize, mate. Like, you know, you come in whenever you want. You know what I mean? Whether that's, you know, once a year or every day, like whatever you want to do, mate, you know, like, I'm not going anywhere, you know, I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, but no, people are great, mate, especially in what we do, because without them, we can't do it. And I think, you know, we have to make sure we keep that in our mindset that, you know, without these people tuning in every day, you know, supporting you and you know, when it comes to like the social media and stuff like that, without that, you know, we couldn't grow and I couldn't make a better life for myself, my friends and family and stuff, you know, and I'm sure you're exactly the same, right? Like, you
yeah,
know,
I'm a boomer, mate. I'm 40 this year, and if you would have told 17, 18-year-old me that, all right, you're not going to become a footballer because you're not good enough, that you might be able to make a living from talking about football and streaming your opinions on YouTube, I would have thought you were an absolute lunatic. So do you ever pinch yourself to go, how am I here? How does this work?
Yeah, massively, mate. Yeah, all the time. Yeah. And especially with like the weekend gone and stuff. I'm like, you know, what am I doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at this. Like, it's ridiculous, you know? Like, people come up and say, oh, I love the streams and stuff. It's very humbling when people say that to you, know? It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, it is one of them things that you just think, you know, you do genuinely appreciate it, that, you know, these people are, you know, enjoy watching your content and stuff. Like, you know, as you say, mate, back in like the Mackey's days, I would never have thought I'd be in a situation like this, you know, and I am ridiculously grateful to be in that position, you know.
So tell me about the incident on Happy Hour with Stevie. How did that come about? How did that wind up happen? Because I watched the clip and I thought you held your face really well. You kept a straight face really well.
I was shitting it, mate. Like so Steve, like Jack messaged me because I'd done a few bits with Stevie before, so we'd already like got on well. Like, Stevie's such a nice guy. Is the thing, he's such a nice guy. So to do this is like. So Jack messaged me like, oh, you know, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. And I'm like, yeah, we'll give it a go, mate. Like, no problem. And to be fair, the whole like journey up to London, I was psyching myself up for it, like constantly, you know, because it's tough. Like, you know, it's not an easy thing to pull off. And so he said, oh, we'll just ask a couple of like questions. Because I was like, you know, you can ask me anything. Like, I don't care, like whatever you want. But I pretended to be offended by a couple of questions. And then, yeah, just had to like go for it. But I told him, I said to Jack, I said, don't laugh or it'll set me off. I look over and he's just there creasing. I'm just thinking, oh, God, don't laugh. But yeah, people seem to enjoy that. It seemed to go down well. So that's good.
Yeah, it went down really well, and again, yeah, that's just Jack's mind, isn't it? He just is a shithouse in a lovely way. Like,
he loves it. Yeah, and anything that's anti-Stevie, I know he loves him to bits, but anything that's anti-Stevie, even at the darts, he had the Stevie White is bold side. I love it. Oh, I love it, mate.
There's loads of stuff I wanted to ask you, but I'm curious at the time. I'm mindful of the time, so let's just keep moving on a little bit. So we're getting back to footy season. We're getting back to normality. You're a big Plymouth Argyle fan. How much are you looking forward to the footy being back?
I got the text today, mate. Tickets are over, done, and I'm like, yes. Oh, No, mate, I can't wait. Honestly, I cannot wait. I'm sure you're the same, mate. I just cannot wait. Like, we've got Rotherham and Peterborough. First two games, Saturday, Tuesday, both away from home. We got Peterborough in the cup. Cannot flipping wait, mate. Did Liverpool in the cup actually? Do you remember? I don't know if you went to that game. It was an awful game of football, but we got a draw against you at Anfield. That's the only time I've been there. FA Cup round 3, I think it was. Draw at Anfield. You beat us at Home Park though after.
I think, if I remember correctly, I was in Portugal at the time for that, about to smash up something in the bar. I was in anger at what was unfolding in front of me, like, with all due respect. But
no, we expected to get absolutely smashed, mate. To get a draw was ridiculous. I think Lucas Leiva scored in the second game. It was like 1-0, but no, just to get a draw there was a cracking result. It was a cracking result.
Weirdly enough, he's who I named my son. I have a son called Lucas who I named after Lucas Leiva, okay. Believe it or not.
Right, okay.
What's the future look like for you, and what aspirations do you still have, or what opportunities ideally would you like to have a bash at? Because let's be honest, you probably didn't think a year ago you'd be thrown there to the PDC, or that you'd be playing football in front of a packed crowd and, you know, pulling off those magnificent saves. So what aspirations have we still got?
I think, like, I mean, for me, mate, it's just to keep trying to entertain and just keep, like, growing. I think my like, I am an ambitious person, and I always want to aim, I think, as high as I possibly can. Like, I'm never satisfied, I think, until I keep maybe trying to, like, do stuff. Like, I'm just going to keep working hard, keep trying to keep people entertained. And, you know, when it comes to, as I say, getting these opportunities, it's just sick. Like, I enjoy, like, the presentation side as well. To be able to do some stuff in, like, the presenting side would also be great. Like, that's something that I would like to maybe eventually get into. Like, Twitch will always be, like, my baby. That'll always be my main, you know, like, I am a Twitch streamer. Like, that is the priority, and that'll always be, like, number one. But to do things, like, the great thing about it is that you can diversify so much this industry, you know, that you can do things in so many different, like, scenarios and situations for different brands. It's great, you know? So, yeah, I just want to keep working as hard as I can, keep growing, keep putting myself out there, and just ultimately trying to entertain people. I guess that's, you know, as you know, mate, that's what we're here to do, right? That's our job.
Absolutely. And I think I can't speak for you, but I'm guessing, and I'm going to have a pop at this, most of us people that want to entertain or make people laugh, we're very insecure, and we do it because we're insecure, and we like that positive feedback, and it feeds into our own self-esteem. And that's, at least for me, that's how I see it. I'm a very insecure person, and it's lovely to get the positive feedback and to get the community built that you do build over time.
Yeah, it's always nice, mate. And as you say, if you meet someone, they say, "I love this." It's great to hear, mate. You know, like, and that is always, like, super helpful. I'm very much, I guess, like yourself. You know, I just like to keep myself to myself type person. You know, I'm a very comfort zone orientated type of person. So, you know, I like my, you know what you like. I'm a bit of a control freak, and if things, you know, come in the way, it kind of, like, messes with my head a little bit. But as I say,
Have you had a diva moment? Be honest. We've all had one. Have you had a diva moment anywhere? Or have you pinched yourself, gone, what am I at here? Like, what shit? I'm getting above myself.
I probably have done at some point, right? As you say, like, everybody does, but I genuinely always, whenever it comes to, like, if I'm doing, like, say, work for, like, a company or, like, for like a brand, I try to be as easy to work with as possible. You know, like, you know, you tell me what you need and I'll do, you know, the best I can for what you want. And that's how I like to come across. I try to be easy to work with. I mean, yeah, I guess I have moments when it comes to a live stream and people, like, I do have, like, you know, if people try and tell you, I'm really bad if people try and tell what to do. So I guess sometimes, like, if people keep spamming, like, do this, do that, I'm like, look, you know, I'm like, it's my name under there. And I don't mean that in a way of, like, oh, look at me. But, like, you know, people are sometimes so demanding on what they want you to do. And you just have to I just try and say to them, yeah, hey, if you want to talk about that, you fire up your live stream and you talk about it. Like, you know, I don't want to, and that's what I won't. I guess I'm just quite protective of it. And that is definitely, like, one of my downsides. But that's only because I care. I always try and say that to people. The only reason I ever get riled or something like that is because I care. Else I wouldn't. You know what I mean? If I didn't care what people thought, I would just, well, I just wouldn't, you know, give a shit. But I do. You know, I do care. That's the thing.
So let's play a game. I book you for a live gig somewhere. What's your rider going to be? You know, what's that one thing you need in your dressing room, or you're going to be thrown off? Or what's your one comfort that you want in there?
So what's that? So if oh mate, a Nando's. If you get me a Nando's, I'm a happy man. You know, you get me some chicken, and then we're good to go, mate.
Hey, you can never go wrong with a bit of chicken. To be fair, I'm a boring git. I'm plainish all the way.
No, I am. Yes, yeah. And I get abused for that. I don't care. Okay, I want to anyone that get it's an option, and I choose to take it. All right, I want to make that clear. Plain is an option. And we're allowed it, right? That's what we're allowed to do. We're allowed to take plain.
The key there, though, Pi, it's plain-ish. I'm still pushing you up.
Yeah. There's a little bit of something there. You're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. To be fair, you said dressing room. I don't think I've ever had a dressing room, right?
You'll get a dressing room, mate. I mean...
Hey, you never know. I've never had a dressing room. To be fair, I always do. I tell you what, I don't know if you're the same, right? A free hotel is always a massive win if you ever get a free hotel. And if they send you a car, that's the big. Whenever I've had it where they're like, oh yeah, we'll get a car to pick you up. I'm like, oh, here we go. And the driver, I always get in the front. And during the pandemic, to be fair, you're not really been able to do it. But I remember before that, you get in the front. And they'd be like, oh, they don't expect it. I'm like, yeah, I like to look out the window. I want to see what's going on. Just have a chat.
Absolutely, yeah. We're just normal people, and I love a goodie bag as well. I won't lie to you. I do love a goodie bag.
Yeah, if they got some freebies going on, mate, you can't say no. Hey, we got it here. We had it in Clash of Clans, mate. Got a stress ball in it. Look at that. Just sat there on the desk.
I'm a magpie. I went to the launch of La Liga TV a couple of years back, and I wasn't leaving without every free thing that was possibly there.
It's the same in a hotel, mate. I got some sanitizer, I think, from one of the hotels I stayed in somewhere. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll take that with me.
I don't know if there's a towel in my house, mate, that hasn't come from a hotel.
I love that, mate. I love that. There is somewhere actually in Plymouth where they security tag them. There's no stealing them. I can tell you that now. Robes and tags, security tags. Sorry, robes and towels.
One last quick question for you before you go. There's going to be a lot of young guys watching this, a lot of young girls watching this that would just like some advice. So we're starting a Twitch channel. What would you give them? What's the couple of words of wisdom that you give them to start out?
I think the first thing to say is just go. Like people, some people, they always like, oh yeah, I'm worried about this, or I need this, I need that. You don't, right? If you've got something you can broadcast off, just go. Like there's nothing stopping you. Like as soon as you hit that go live button, that's it. You know, like I understand that. You know, some people as well, like when they're starting out, you can be a bit nervous. I think the most important thing for me is have fun. Like you've got to enjoy what you're doing, like, because people will understand. People will know if you're not enjoying it, and don't. I think the thing I find is some people they do it because, and this is just from what I know about some people and I hear, they do it because straight away they say want to make money. I would always say, and when I first started doing this, it was just for some fun. And it turned into, you know, me being able to do it now for a living. But, you know, it's taken 6 years. So I would never just be looking at it to, you know, if you stream for a week or so and it doesn't go too well, or, you know, and you don't be discouraged by that. Just enjoy yourself. Try and have fun. You know, I think that's the key thing, is to enjoy yourself. And because, you know, I think the one thing I like to say to people is, you might think, oh, you know, it's not going well and it's not, but if you're not live or you don't put out content, people are never going to see it. I think that's the most important thing, right? Is
absolutely. If you hadn't had that Big Mac at 3 a.m., if you hadn't sent that video in, you know, if you hadn't done all them things, you wouldn't be here now. No, exactly. Yeah, dead on the money. So, but like, you know, mate, it's the same with FIFA, that in this time of year it drops off and you know, and it's hard not to look at numbers. I'm an absolute numbers freak. I love to like look at analytics and stuff, and that affects myself as I know it will when things go. But you just have to keep grinding, keep plugging, try and enjoy yourself, and just look forward to the future. I guess that's the best genuine advice I can give. Ladies and gentlemen, what a pleasure it has been to have Jack McDermott, aka it's a pleasure to be here, mate. For my very first Craig Station interview, and I couldn't have had a more positive person on. Jack, you are an absolute legend, mate. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being positive. Keep inspiring young people to go out there and better themselves, and nothing but love, fella. No, thank you very much for having me. Honestly, I've loved it. Anytime, anything you need, give me a shout. And hey, big love to the subscribers. We love to see it. Don't forget, drop a like, all right? Hey, we've got to make sure get a little bit of a thumbs up, all right? You love to see it. Absolutely, and all your links as well will, of course, be in the description of the video. But ladies and gentlemen, Jack McDermott, thank you very much, sir, and go about your day and keep being magnificent. Thanks, mate. Cheers, guys. Thank you.